Cardiovascular exercises increase muscular endurance. Without a proficient level of endurance, muscular fatigue can set in, resulting in acute injuries like tears and sprains. When you get tired, you can lose your form or technique, which is a key risk factor of injuries. Improper form can lead to pain and overuse injuries. Increasing your stamina increases your ability to maintain correct balance and form. This is strengthening the weaknesses that can result in injury. A strong cardiovascular system can deliver oxygen to your muscles when they need them the most, such as during high stress times like when exercising. Increasing your endurance with cardiovascular exercise helps your body to become more efficient at repairing muscle tissue. This means a decreased recovery time as you increase your recovery efficiency. Shoulder or other upper body injuries can often allow the most possibility for continuing traditional cardio exercise because the lower body can be exercised fully. Walking, stair climbing, stationary cycling and elliptical trainer are all possibilities. The first exercise included in the rehabilitation plan is the Watt bike. Since our client has a shoulder injury, the Watt bike allows him to keep up his cardiovascular fitness without risking further injury. At the early stage, the client will complete this hands-free for a total of 5 minutes in 3 intervals. 2 2-minute intervals and 1 1-minute interval. This is to not put any strain on the right shoulder while keeping fitness levels up. At the mid-stage, the client will complete the exercise with their left hand on the bike handle for a total of 7 minutes in 3 intervals, 2 3-minute intervals and 1 1-minute interval. At the later stage, the client will complete the exercise with both hands on the bike to get the right shoulder used to the movement again. When completing this exercise, it is important to keep a neutral spine with a properly adjusted ride height. Common movement error on this exercise includes leaning on the handles, bending the spine, and not properly adjusting the bike before use. To address these, you must simply keep a neutral spine. When adjusting the bike, stand next to the pedals and raise the saddle up to the top of your hip bone. The second exercise included in the program is the dumbbell ground to overhead exercise. The purpose of this exercise is to increase cardiovascular stamina while also increasing muscular endurance in the shoulder. In the early stages, the client will bring the dumbbell from ground to waist, easing the shoulder back into exercise. At the mid-stage, the client will complete 3 sets of 10 ground to waist and 3 sets of 10 shoulder to extended above head. The weight used will be the weight required to reach an RPE of 7 for the client. At the later stage, the client will complete 3 sets of 10, lifting the dumbbell from the ground to above the head in one motion as shown. The RPE level will still be 7, but since the client has been training for this exercise, the weight should be slightly higher now. When completing this exercise, the client must maintain correct form by keeping their back straight throughout, hinging at the hips and pressing with the shoulder while engaging the core on the press. Progression for this exercise requires gradually improving the range of movement for the exercise to improve the shoulder muscular endurance. Common mistakes in this exercise include using momentum as opposed to the working muscles to get the weight up. It is important that the shoulder muscle is working to improve its muscular endurance. Another common mistake is raising the weight too high. This exercise is not about how much you can lift. It is about gradually improving the repairing muscles, therefore pick the weight that truly represents an RPE of 7 when completing 10 reps. The final exercise included in the program is swimming lengths. Swimming is arguably the most ideal cardiovascular exercise for recovery. The water buoyancy gives relief to the muscles, bones and joints, granting more comfortable movement. The intensity of the exercise is easily changeable, allowing you to better cater to your recovery needs. At the early stage, the client will be required to complete 6 lengths of breaststroke, allowing the client to use the shoulder with more freedom in the water to help strengthen the muscle and joints. At the mid-stage, the client will complete 3 lengths of breaststroke and 3 lengths of front crawl. This will help the client feel more comfortable with different kinds of movements, with freedom to complete at their own pace. At the late stage, the client will complete a total of 9 lengths, 3 for breaststroke, 3 for front crawl and 3 for backstroke. The different range of movements will improve cardiovascular fitness, mobility and strength in repairing the shoulder muscle. A common mistake when completing this exercise is rushing. It is not about how fast you complete the lengths, it's about improving the repairing muscle. Overall, these 3 exercises have been chosen to improve cardiovascular fitness, shoulder mobility, and muscular endurance. Progression in these exercises requires stepping back to basics and building the shoulder back up to the level it was at before.